Kyoto trip I took during a winter business trip. December 16 to 17, 2023, Kyoto, Japan. I came to Kyoto again. This time, I worked until Saturday morning, so I arrived in Kyoto in the evening. Due to reservation circumstances, I had dinner at 5 p.m. at the izakaya Aoki Gohan Nakajima. The location is a 5-minute walk from Shijo Station on the Karasuma subway line. There are also counter seats, so it is easy for one person to enter. Reservations are mandatory. First of all, there are 5 kinds of popular obanzai-mori. One thing you can't miss at this restaurant is the potato salad. Whole roasted onions are also one of the popular menus and cannot be missed. The manganji chili pepper chuhai was also quite good. This is a dish of chicken neck meat and Kujo green onions grilled with aromatic black Shichimi. The chicken neck meat is tender, and the Kujo green onions are flavorful, making this a specialty dish. The photo on the top right is of raw Yuba sashimi and Yamazaki single malt on the rocks. It was delicious. The photo on the bottom left is of smoked duck and a brand of sake called Toji's Monologue. This sake is a pure rice jinjo made from kashi hikari, characterized by its complex taste and lychee-like aroma, and it was easy to drink. At this Nakashima, you can also order from the Line app, which is convenient. I finished with a rolled omelette with dashi. I was very satisfied and returned to my hotel for the night, the Rihga Royal Hotel Kyoto. This hotel is conveniently located about 7 minutes walk west from Kyoto Station. World Heritage sites such as Toji Temple, Higashi Hanganji Temple, Nishi Hanganji Temple, as well as the Kyoto Aquarium and Kyoto Railway Museum are within walking distance. The room was very clean. The next morning, we left the hotel at 5:30 a.m. and walked to Kyoto Station. We headed to Inari Station on the JR Nara line. The photo in the upper right is of the platform of the Nara line at Kyoto Station in the early morning. The photo in the lower left is of Inari Station, which is 2 stations away from Kyoto. The destination is Fushimi Inari Taisha. It is located right in front of JR Inari Station. I arrived around 6:15 in the morning. The photo shows the Torii Gate of Omotesando and the Tower Gate in the back. This Fushimi Inari Taisha is the head office of the Inari shrines, which are said to be about 30,000 in total nationwide. At the first visit of the year, it attracts the most worshippers in the Kinki region's temples and shrines, and the entire Inari mountain is said to be a sacred area. It started as a god who controls the bountiful harvest of grains, and is widely worshipped as a guardian deity of business prosperity and industrial development, and has continued to gather people's faith for over 1,300 years. The photo is of the most famous place here, the Sanban Torii. It splits into 2 paths along the way, and it is basically said to be right-hand traffic. This Sanban Torii is a series of about 900 torii gates, which marks the entrance to the mountain where the gods descend. These torii gates were built from the Edo period to the Meiji period by the dedication of worshippers. Furthermore, the number of torii gates in the precincts continues to increase even now, and it is said that there are about 10,000 in total. After passing through the Sanban Torii, you will arrive at the Okusha Hoheisho. Many people worship here and then return, but since it was still 6:30 in the morning at this point, I decided to aim for the summit of Inari Mountain. I arrived at the summit around 7:15, but it was quite a tough climb. If you're not confident in your legs or have other plans, you might want to avoid it. However, there are places with great views overlooking the city of Kyoto, so if you have the energy, by all means, try climbing it. For breakfast, I ate at Tankuma, a Kyoto cuisine restaurant located inside the Rihga Royal Hotel Kyoto. I was able to have breakfast without waiting. The portion size was just right, and the taste was delicious. In the morning, I attended a lecture held inside the hotel. After the lecture ended, in the afternoon, it was finally time to visit the tourist spots that I couldn't visit on my last trip. This time, I mainly visited the northern area of Higashiyama in Kyoto. I walked from the hotel to Kyoto Station, and from there, I took the JR line to Yamashina Station, which is one stop away. At Yamashina Station, I transferred to the subway Tozai line and got off at Kujo Station, 2 stops away. From there, it's about a 3-minute walk to my first destination, the Kujo Incline. This Kujo Incline is an inclined railway that forms part of the boat route of the Lake Biwa Canal. The Lake Biwa Canal is a waterway that supplies water from Lake Biwa to Kyoto, and there was also boat traffic from 1891 to 1948. The slope from this Kujo to the Nanzen-ji boat storage is steep, and in this section, rails were laid on the waterway, and boats were loaded on the trolley running on it, and they were pulled up and down like a cable car. This is called the incline method. The photo in the upper left is the track of the incline, with 2 wide tracks. The photo in the upper right is a vehicle that reproduces the time of the incline. Boats were transported on such a trolley. The photo in the lower left is the Nanzen-ji boat storage in front of the Canal Memorial Hall. There is also a large fountain that takes advantage of the height difference of the incline. The area around Nanzen-ji Temple is known as the birthplace of Udofu, tofu hot pot. There are several restaurants along the approach where you can enjoy this specialty. This time, I ate Udofu at a place called Yachiyo, which is a ryokan, traditional Japanese inn, that also serves meals. It was around 1 p.m. I ordered the Udofu Guzen Matsu set meal. This menu included not only Udofu, but also Yuba, tofu skin, dishes and sashimi, and it was 4,000 yen. In addition, they served dishes like shojin fried, which is made without using any animal-derived ingredients, and it was very delicious. I arrived at Nanzen-ji around 1340. This Nanzen-ji is the head temple of the Nanzen-ji branch of the Rinzai sect, and it is a special temple placed above the Kyoto Gozen and Kamakura Gozen. Upon entering the precincts, there is a huge Sanmon gate. With a height of 22 meters, it boasts one of the largest heights in Japan, also known as Tenka-ryuman, and is counted as one of the 3 great gates of Japan. Additionally, the view from the upper floor is spectacular, and it is famous for the kabuki play Sanmon Gosen no Kiri, where Ishikawa Goemon is said to have looked at this view and exclaimed, "What a magnificent view! What a magnificent view!" Another famous feature of Nanzen-ji is the Surikaku, shown in the top left photo. This is also part of the Lake Biwa Canal, and water flows over this brick arch, as shown in the top right photo. It is also known as a location for dramas. The canal that runs through the grounds of Nanzen-ji is a magnificent structure designed not to spoil the scenic beauty. The bottom left photo is the Hojo. It is located near the Surikaku. The photo on the top left is of the Hojo garden. The garden is long and narrow from east to west, with a large arrangement of stones placed in the back left when viewed from the Hojo side, leaving a wide space of white sand in the front and right. This garden is also known as the Tiger Cub Transferred Garden. The photo on the top right is of the Kahojo Garden, also known as the Nyashin Garden. It is a dry landscape rock garden where garden stones are arranged in the shape of the character, heart, creating a Zen garden atmosphere that is as calm as a liberated mind. The photo on the bottom left is of the Rokudo Garden. This garden is a reminder of the 6 realms of reincarnation. The 6 realms of reincarnation, according to Buddhist cosmology, are the 6 worlds that we continue to be reborn into: heaven, human, asura, animal, hungry ghost, and hell. Around 1440, the visit to Nanzen-ji Temple was over, and I headed from Nanzen-ji to Ginkaku-ji via the Philosopher's Path shown in the top left photo. Along the path, beautiful cherry blossoms and autumn leaves line up, and the stream is a canal drawn from Lake Biwa. You can enjoy the scenery throughout the 4 seasons. However, the autumn leaves had already finished at the time of this visit. By the way, this name was given because Kitaro Nishida, a philosopher from the early 20th century, walked this path every morning while lost in thought. The bottom left photo is the Ginkaku-ji bridge at the end of this promenade. I arrived around 15:20. It means I walked this promenade for Finally, we have arrived at the ultimate destination of our Kyoto trip, the Ginkaku-ji Silver Pavilion. The photo on the top left shows the Kugetsudai, a cone-shaped mound of sand on the left, and the famous Ginkaku-ji on the right. This Ginkaku-ji is a two-story building. The lower layer is called Shinkuden, which is close to the Shoinzukuri style of traditional Japanese architecture. The upper layer is called Chuankaku, where the statue of Kannon is enshrined. It should be noted that the pavilion has never been covered with silver foil. It is called the Ginkaku-ji Silver Pavilion, in contrast to Kinkaku-ji Golden Pavilion. The photo on the top right shows the Jinshaten, a flat and sharp mound of sand. These are quite different from the typical Karasansui, Japanese rock garden, and have the charm of modern art. The photo on the bottom left was taken from the observatory within the temple grounds. Not only can you overlook the entire temple grounds of Ginkaku-ji, but you can also have a panoramic view of Kyoto City. It was quite a I left the Ginkaku-ji temple around 1600 hours. I had been active since morning and was tired, so I took a taxi to Kyoto Station. I arrived at Kyoto Station around 1640. I had dinner at Nishin Soba, Kyomatsuba, located inside the Shinkansen area of Kyoto Station. I ordered a set of Nishin Soba, herring soba, and herring shigure rice. The price was 1925 yen. The herring, which was sweet and spicy and laid on top of the soba, was exquisite. I returned to Tokyo on the Nozomi 248, which departed from Kyoto Station at 1916. Thank you for watching.